from this angle. We're going to try from this angle. Hey, y'all. Hey. Beautiful blessings and peace. Welcome back to Trigger to Transform. I am Goddess Shatoya, and thank you for being here with us on day 45. I almost did it. 45. 45. We're halfway there. Tonight marks our halfway mark and just gives me a chance to get back in stride. I feel like I've been kind of out of the not the loop, but the rhythm of what I initially built into this space. And so it feels a little different now, but I'm grateful because like today, the ring light came and I've been kind of playing with it all day to figure out how to use it. And so thank you for coming back to see how, how it works with me because clearly I didn't know. But I kind of like it. What do you all think about the lighting? I see all the reflections of the light in my glasses, which is kind of different for me, but it's all good. I can probably take those off, but I'm going to keep them on because of the glare and it will give me a bit of a tinge of a headache. So today has been a day. And I say that because you have one of those days where you're not busy, but you got stuff to do and you get to do those things and then you just kind of get to chill inside your day. That's the type of day I had, and those days don't come normally, so I'm really excited. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was working. Okay. I was like, I don't even know if I have this thing on. All right. So yeah, that's the type of day I've had. It's been a day. It's been real easy, breezy, real cool, calm, and collected. Like no major things going on. That made me remember that my son is traveling, and I should probably see if he's made it back home yet. So I'm gonna do that while I have y'all right here, okay? Because let me tell you something. I don't. When it comes to that right there, I don't wait. Yep. Okay. We know when you're in. Okay, that's simple. I just sent a little texty message. So how are you feeling? How have you been? Okay. All right, bet. I like the sound of that. Day's 45 and you are really showing out. Good job. Good job. Well, if today is your 44th day, 45th day with this, I want to give you a hand clap off the phone. Congratulations. Remember to share. Remember to send this to another friend. Remember to comment down below and subscribe. And if today is your first day, go back and watch all 45 days. It's a few hours of content and it'll get you right on your way, you know. If you're thinking about changing your life, if you're thinking about transforming, if you're thinking about using your transformation into your evolution, you're in the right place. You come on over here to Goddess Auntie's house. Take your shoes off at the door. There's some tea on the stove. Um, and welcome. Welcome. Trigger to Transform is a space where we practice our triggers. We find out what deeply triggers us, right? Not just that surface stuff, surface level stuff. Somebody triggered you in traffic. We're going deep, deep, and we're talking about what it takes to move beyond our triggers and to actually operate in who it is that we say that we are. I hope that goes far. I hope that goes real far. We operate in who we say we are, right? I also think about that in terms of people being who they say they are, and it's a detriment to society when you say who you are. I know someone that used to call themselves toxic. Had it on the car and everything, just toxic. Well, I can appreciate it though because you let us know up front, and thank you. So now I'm at choice. But that's what Trigger to Transform is. Your choice. On steroids, you get to decide who you're being, and we get to hold you accountable to that. This conversation is for women leaders. And if there are men here, welcome to the party. Sit tight. All is well. You get to see us have a private conversation between women. And if you are a business owner and you have women inside of your business, may this conversation help you to better serve the women who are in your space. Ashe? All right, y'all. So day 45 is all about self-governance. Okay. Um, Yesterday we talked about embodying our no. And I mentioned that while I want to, what my usual saying I say is, I honor my no and embody my yes. But we flipped it on its head for the time being because a lot of us don't say no. A lot of us go with the flow and go along to get along. And we could actually see issues somewhere and just let our issues go ignored, when that's not really our agreement for most spaces that we're in. Most of us are in positions where we um, are able to create an impact, right? And I'm not talking about those superficial, menial impacts. I'm talking about power in places that matter. And when we are not looking at the issues at hand, or when we look at the issues at hand and not raise our hand to use our voice to make a change, or to say no to something that may and may not be of support to the whole, or when we see agendas going on that um, are biased. If we aren't saying no to those things, if we're not embodying our no's, if we're not confident and comfortable inside of our no's, things like that, things that matter to the masses, go unchecked. And there's a lot of that. We see a whole lot of that going on with our current administration. Oh, so this is going to be a little shorter tonight than our conversations usually are, because my phone just gave me a notification that she wants to be charged. And um, I have also, how was Isaiah? He's in. I've also promised my mom that I would start a. I'm laughing because I don't know how this is gonna work out. But I promised her that we would start um, a sleep regimen tonight, and it actually starts in 7 minutes. So I'm gonna kind of talk fast, and if I need to back it up into another conversation, I will. But I want to make sure that I'm staying on all of my responsibilities for this evening. All right. So self-governance is what's going on tonight. After we've embodied our no, as we are embodying our no, we get to work into our self-governance. Now, when I think of self-governance, and what I say another term is that I use interchangeably with self-governance, is autonomy. Our autonomy. How do we align with what is going on? I don't really need anyone to tell me that this is the rule, this is the rule, this is the rule, this is the rule. I think our Constitution, right, speaks to the overall rules of the land, and inside of those rules, I don't. I'm the type of person that I can govern myself, right? I don't. I'm not going into places causing issues. I'm handling myself according to my own personal landscape and framework and what I know to be true, not based on one set of rules or regulations, not based on a religion, not based on any outside forces, just my good old common sense and know how. And it has really served me for the past years. Okay. So when you start to look at your self governance, right, I want to suggest that everyone looks at the current government, right, and what the current government says for us, you, me, I, you, y'all, to do, and how you comply with that. How does it line up with what it is that you are naturally, normally doing, and how does that occur with inside of you, right? Because there's also inside of that, right, inside of you, and it's also inside of that framework, inside of that government, right, opportunities for things to change, opportunities for things to be different, right? So this was something that is in our Constitution, that we're three-fifths of a person. I operate as a whole person. I don't that I don't know. I can't account for the three-fifths situation. That's not how that applies to me, right? So that is my own autonomy. That is my own understanding of what it is that you say about me that's not necessarily true or does not work in alignment with who I see myself as. And I'm talking about in higher order, as in my highest self, right? When I'm operating from my lowest self, I may see myself as three-fifths of a person. I may see myself as not having a space to speak into. I may shrink myself. I may comply. I may be a get along. I'm not going to ask very many questions. Inside of my autonomy, I'm curious about how this impacts me. How does this impact everyone around me? And what do I get to say about it? Right? My own self governance. If I can't govern myself, then I'm surely not going to allow someone else to govern me. I will apply my own governance to the laws of the land. I hope that makes sense. For once, choose your own alignment. What does that look like for you? Right? Excuse me. When we, excuse me, when we start thinking about alignment and what we desire, what's best, what's most useful, all of those things kind of get tied into a pretty little French braid, if you will. And it doesn't become individual anymore, right? This is where the systems approach comes into what it is that we're talking about, right? When we're building systems, we're looking at each incremental space and how it plugs into and plays into the larger space and how those pieces work together. That's how I imagine self governance to be. We're building a system from the inside out, not from the outside in, because all of these things I don't agree with. Most of these things do not align with me. So all I can do is seek, ask, and find within myself how I desire my outside world to look. And I operate within that. It is my own agreement that I don't hurt people. I cause no harm, hurt, harm, or danger in any space that I go in. I create safety. That's my own alignment, my own autonomy. That is my single pieces within the system working together so that the whole operating system works. My autonomy allows me, my self-governance allows me to govern my nervous system because I'm not afraid of what's going on outside of me. I have my own things. What riles me up on the inside, right? It mirrors what I see outside of me. I see the struggles from all around, and I witness those struggles from all around. But I don't own any of that. My self governs. It keeps me in balance. My spirituality is important to me. I may not practice religion the way that most people do in our country, but I am in alignment with the highest part of myself that allows me to fall in line with what the country government says, right? I'm not going to hurt anybody. That's not my intention. It's not what I want to do. It's not why I'm here. It's not what that's not in alignment with me. And if ever, right, someone's their thought pattern is, oh, I gotta hurt people, then that's not in alignment with the government. And then you're gonna have something else to deal with because it's not in alignment with the laws of the land. The difference is I don't need the government to tell me to be that way. I don't need laws and policies to tell me to be that way. I operate in fairness. And as a matter of fact, I feel like my operation in alignment is much more in alignment with the highest power than what the government has. So to me, they should be explaining to me why they're out of integrity, right? Why is it okay for you to hurt people, but one of us hurt somebody? We got to go talk to the folks. Y'all snatching people out of their sleep. Um, choose your alignment once. I do my best to stay out of that nasty, murky, dirty, filthy feeling. I have an opinion on it. This just isn't the time or the space to go into it because I'm talking to y'all. And when it's my turn to talk to them, I'll talk to them. But for right now, this message is for my people. Govern yourselves in accordance to your highest self, your ordained, divine, natural power and wisdom. And find out if it's in alignment with what you see outside of you. And if not, you implement that thing so deep inside of you that it's resonating and rippling. Okay. And if you are thinking about hurting yourself or anybody else, go get help. Now, I hope that left you with something to think about. Again, this space is not for me to give you a 1, 2, 3 checklist of things to do in order to get things done. I do every night. I write down what my list of things to do is on the next day, and then I do my best to execute them. And sometimes things come that I wasn't expecting, and they get added to the list in the midst, and sometimes things got to carry over. But that's just because that's my practice. This space is for you to see you. You may not have ever thought about self governance. You may never thought about your autonomy and how it applies to everything that you see around you and how you operate within your autonomy, even that you have autonomy to choose. That's what this space is for, is to awaken you and remind you of your choice, of who you're going to be. Not who you say you are, but who you're being day in, day out, without the mask. And I want to say congratulations to you for continuing to look deeply, to continue to sharpen your iron, to continue to develop yourself, to continue to master who you are, who you're being, your ways of being, and the way you show up for yourself. I got to get out of here. Oh, man. Oh, I can't believe I'm already 5 minutes over. All right. Much love to you. I am Goddess Shatoya. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. What is your idea of self governance? How are you participating in your own autonomy? And anything else you want to share. I will see you next time. Be wonderful, be great, and I love you. Peace, y'all.